Hello and welcome to Auspol Explained. I'm your host, and today we're going to go over some election myths. And a very pervasive myth indeed is the idea that parties choose your preferences. To be fair, this is based off a real thing that used to happen. It just doesn't anymore, at least not federally. It was a system called group ticket voting, and it was abolished before the 2016 election. It was a system that only happened in upper houses. So federally, that's the Senate, and then in various states, the Legislative Council. And it's been abolished in almost every single state it was used in, with the exception of Victoria, as of this episode, for now. Basically, the way it worked is when you go to vote in an upper house, so Senate or Legislative Council, you would be given two options. You vote above the line or below the line. Above, right, you have a list of parties, and below you have a list of candidates. Voting in the federal election for the Senate would mean if you voted below the line, you would have to fill in every single box with a number for every single candidate running across the entire state, and there could be like 70, 80 or more candidates. Or you could just put a 1 above the line. Well, I like this party the most. Done. And I don't have to fill in anything else. The idea was just make it simpler. If you don't want to fill in a full set of preferences for everyone, well, there was a quick and simple way to get you in and out of the polling booth and still express your opinion. A lot of people just weren't voting properly, so better to vote 1 for the party you like the most than not vote at all. So federally, we had this system from like the 80s onwards. The problem with this is that, Senate ballots are meant to elect multiple people, and if you only have preferences for one party, that might not be enough. What if they don't have enough candidates? What if they don't win a quota? So in came group ticket voting. The system would be that parties would create their own preference flows, and then in came preference deals. These deals were available to find in advance if you knew where to find them, but not everyone did. And so these deals then allowed micro parties to work together to accumulate votes and then get one candidate elected that would never have gotten elected otherwise. Ricky Muir, for example, was the candidate for the Motoring Enthusiast Party who got elected in the 2013 Senate election with only 0.51% of the primary vote. So not many people voted for him, but enough people had put 1 on other parties that directed preferences to the Motoring Enthusiast Party, and that is what got him a quota and therefore a seat. These preference flows could only happen if you voted 1 above the line, but now that's no longer a thing. It's been abolished, it is no more. Like the Monty Python Dead Parrot sketch, it has ceased to be. So, from the 2016 federal election onwards, voting in the Senate had changed. So, you put in a minimum of 6 preferences above the line, not 1, you put in 6. And below the line, you put in a minimum of 12. You don't need to fill out the entire thing, you just need to put in 12. You can fill out the whole thing if you really just love the vibe of writing numbers, but just put in a minimum of 12, and that makes it super simple and easy to express your preferences, which I must reiterate are yours, not the party's. The party can't control how you put your preferences down, and if they don't win, they can't control where your preferences go. They can give you a how to vote card, which is just a suggestion of an order to which you should put your second and third preferences if you want to. You can follow it or not. So again, you are still in control of preferences because you're still making the choice to fill it in that way. So if you see in the news any stories and headlines that you can't be bothered reading the actual context for that say such and such party will preference this party above others in the next election, that's just to do with how to vote cards. That is a how to vote card thing, which does influence some people, but not most of them. So while the system has updated and changed, people's impression and understanding has yet to catch up with the reality of, you are fully in control of your preferences. You've always had control of your preferences. It's just that before 2016, it just took a lot more effort to express that by voting below the line. Now it is okay, you can vote above the line and still have preferences. So have fun, stop worrying, get out there and vote. Thank you so much, and don't forget to share this so other people can just stop being wrong. Which is why we all go on the internet to learn things, right? To stop other people from being wrong? No, please share this because it could genuinely be helpful and make someone a lot less worried about how they're voting and where their preferences go. Because again, you're in control of them. Thank you so much. Comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time.